Have you ever looked at an insect and thought, that can't be real? Today, we're diving into a world of creatures so strange. They seem ripped from a sci-fi movie, but they live right here on Earth. From steamy jungles to scorching deserts, nature has dreamed up bugs with fake eyes, iridescent bodies, impossible colors, and superpowers worthy of a comic book. Get ready to meet the most bizarre insects on the planet. If you love the rare, the curious, and the totally unexpected, buckle up. This video is for you. Number 1. The giant birdwing butterfly. Deep in the rainforests of New Guinea, where life explodes in every direction, lives something truly unbelievable. It's not a bird, it's not a bat. It's the giant birdwing butterfly, Ornithoptera goliath. With a wingspan that can reach a foot, 30 centimeters. This butterfly is impossible to miss. Its broad, dark wings move slowly, like it's savoring every second. Imagine seeing what you thought was a small bird flitting through the jungle light, only to realize it's this massive butterfly. And here's a twist. Unlike many butterflies, this giant prefers rotting fruit over flowers, extracting nutrients and salt. Scientists are fascinated by how something so big stays hidden in the dense foliage. But perhaps the most stunning thing is its metamorphosis. The caterpillars are like alien art, spiky, shiny, and covered in white wax that makes them look like they came from another planet. When they pupate, they hang like golden jewels, waiting for the perfect moment to reveal their final form. This butterfly is a reminder of how much is still out there waiting to be discovered. The giant birdwing butterfly, it's real, it's out there, and it's like a dream disguised as an insect. 2. The world's longest stick insect. Picture this. You're walking through a quiet forest in China, and you miss it. You don't even imagine it's there. The disguise is that perfect. It looks like just another branch on the ground. But that branch is alive. Meet Phryganistria chinensis zhao, the world's longest stick insect. This camouflage master can reach a staggering 25 inches in length. That's longer than many tablets. This twig has a survival strategy worthy of spy thriller. It stays motionless for hours, swaying with the breeze, completely fooling predators. Some even have bumps and colors that mimic knots and damage on real branches. Even the nymphs are programmed to mimic from birth, adopting that elongated, fragile shape. These peaceful herbivores are also solitary, avoiding even their own kind. The Phryganistria chinensis zhao defies our idea of insect size and how anything so defenseless can survive. No poison, no wings, no speed, just an ancient ability to become invisible. That makes it a true champion of disguise. 3. The Fallside Moth. Imagine walking through a rainforest in Latin America as the sun sets. Everything is peaceful until something moves. You get closer, and BM, that moth unfolds its wings and stares right at you. Welcome to the world of Pseudotumoris onomel, the Fallside Moth. This isn't just an insect, it's an evolutionary magician. Its wings are decorated with patterns that perfectly mimic human eyes. Large, expressive, with dark pupils and even reflections. When a predator approaches, the moth flashes those eyes, creating a surprise effect that belongs in a horror movie. The predator hesitates, thinking it's facing something much bigger, maybe even you. That split second is all this tiny actress needs to escape. This trick is millions of years in the making, every detail designed to maximize fear. Even its brown coloring helps it blend with bark and shadows. The Pseudotumoris onomel doesn't sting, bite, or fly fast. Its weapon is illusion, and it's so good. Even we can get chills when we see it. Sometimes, surviving isn't about being strong or fast. It's about knowing how to scare, and this moth is a master. 4. The spotted lanternfly. Born in Asia, now a threat spreading across the globe. Small, colorful, and incredibly dangerous. This is Lycorma delicatula, the spotted lanternfly. At first glance, it looks like a winged jewel. Bright red wings dotted with black, a gray body marked with spots. An artist designed this thing, but its striking appearance is a warning. Don't eat me. And predators who ignore that signal pay the price. But its real power isn't poison, it's invasion. These thumb-sized bugs hitchhike for miles in boats, containers, even cut branches. Once established, they become ecosystem destroyers, feeding on plant sap until trees die. Fruit trees, vineyards, entire forests are at risk of its silent assault. They also leave behind honeydew, a sticky substance that attracts harmful fungi. Even though it's beautiful, very few animals dare to eat it, and those who do regret it. It expands, sowing chaos with every egg. The spotted lanternfly, a silent invader disguised as beauty. In the US, it's a major problem. 5. The wandering spider. In the dark, damp corners of tropical forests, where you can almost feel the darkness, lives something straight out of a nightmare. This is Tinus hirsutus, the hairy wandering spider. With its bristly, dark body and long, angular legs, it looks more like a horror movie prop than a living creature. Its front legs resemble violin strings, and its still posture makes it a silent guardian of the night. This spider's bite can be dangerous to humans, as it has venom. It hunts at night, waiting patiently to ambush unsuspecting prey. When threatened, it can detach a leg as a distraction, like some lizards do with their tails. Half mystery, half nature, the Tinus hirsutus moves like a shadow, a creature from another world existing right alongside us. 6. The UltraBright white beetle. Unlike other insects, it doesn't have striking wings or colors. Its magic lies in its intense, almost fluorescent white shell, a biological structure unlike any other. This isn't paint or reflection, but rather a microscopic arrangement that scatters light perfectly, achieving pure white without chemicals. What's even more amazing, scientists are using this natural design to create more reflective materials, better paints, and even energy-saving packaging. How does this beetle survive in the jungle while shining so bright? It's thought that the light might lure prey or even help regulate its temperature. Small but ingenious, this walking optical marvel is a gift from nature to both the jungle and our labs. 7. The Box Beetle. Picture an insect designed in a futuristic lab. Perfect geometry, vibrant colors, and a body so bizarre, it seems alien. Meet the Gastrocanthic cancroformis, also known as the box beetle. This little guy has a flat, hard body surrounded by colorful spines, like defensive antennas. Its shell looks like an armored box with white, red, yellow, and orange patterns, resembling a comic book character. But those spines aren't just for show. They protect the insect from predators. Its armored body is hard to swallow and painful to manipulate. This beetle doesn't fly often. It sits still on leaves, waiting for small insects to wander by, then ambushes them with its agile legs. Even though it's only a few centimeters long, its unique shape has made it a favorite of scientists and nature enthusiasts alike. Some compare it to a toy lost in the jungle, others to an alien. The Gastrocanthic cancroformis doesn't need to hide or run. Its appearance is its best weapon, a miniature alien that lives among us. 8. The Death's Head hawk moth. In the darkness of a moonless night, something moves. It's not a ghost. It's not a hallucination. It's the Acherontia atropus, better known as the Death's Head hawk moth. This insect isn't delicate or colorful. It gets its name from a disturbing feature, a marking on its thorax that looks exactly like a human skull. When threatened, this moth does something even weirder. It screams, a high-pitched squeak from its body as a defense. Native to Europe and Africa, this moth has been feared and venerated throughout history. Associated with bad omens and even death, it's always been treated with respect. And did you know? This is the moth from The Silence of the Lambs, a symbol of fear and control. But in reality, Acherontia atropus isn't violent. It sneaks into beehives to steal honey, resistant to stings. Fast, agile, and full of symbolism, the Death's Head hawk moth reminds us that even beauty can have shadows, and fear often comes from the unknown. 9. The Horned Flea. Over 100 million years ago, When dinosaurs roamed and flowers began to bloom, there existed an insect that defies our modern imagination. It wasn't just a flea. It was something far stranger. It was Ceratophilus wangi, the horned flea, a fossilized specimen trapped in amber that has survived the passage of time. What makes this creature so special is its most unusual characteristic: huge horns on its head. In the world of insects, this is extremely rare and even more unique to fleas. No modern flea has horns, but this one trapped in plant resin for so long looks more like an animal half insect, half chimera. Its segmented body was covered with spines, and its legs were strong and adapted to jump between the fur or feathers of its hosts. What were those horns for? Some scientists think they might have been used for defense or as part of mating rituals. The discovery opens a window into a very different era, where parasites evolve in ways we couldn't imagine today. Ceratophilus wangi didn't live on dogs or cats. It infested primitive mammals or even early birds that had barely learned to fly. This shows how evolution can take unusual paths. Today, fleas are small, discreet, and efficient, but in the Cretaceous era, some decided to bet on a different style: big, armed, and totally unique. The fossil is a story frozen in time, proof that even the smallest thing can seem impossible if we look closely and with the right light. 10. The iridescent plume moth. Deep in the tropical rainforest, where light filters through the leaves like magic, lives a creature that looks more like a fairy than an insect. It's the Neotropicals neon, known as the iridescent plume moth. This miracle has wings that appear to be made of soft, shiny feathers with colors that change with the light, from metallic greens to electric blues, passing through golds and pinks. Each movement leaves a trail of impossible colors, as if it carried a personal rainbow. Is it magic? No, it's evolution. The microscopic structures of its wings are designed to refract light to create that feathery effect that stands out among the dark green vegetation. Its habitat is humid, tropical regions where life hides in the most unexpected corners. Nature photographers are obsessed with it. Scientists study it with astonishment. Neotropicals neon reminds us that nature doesn't need fantasy to create the impossible. At a few centimeters long, this insect challenges our perception and invites us to imagine worlds where animals seem created by fairies or space designers. 11. The velvet ant. In the middle of the desert or a warm prairie, something moves with purpose. It's hairy, brightly colored, and seems made of velvet in the sunlight. It doesn't have wings, but it moves as if it's about to attack at any moment. Meet the mutility, known as velvet ants, a family of insects related to wasps and bees. They're not true ants, but they are related to wasps and bees, and though they seem harmless because of their size, they have a sting known as the cow killer because it hurts a lot. These are wingless females. While the males have wings and fly, the females walk firmly, searching for underground nests to lay their eggs. They are covered with dense hairs that protect them from predators and from the extreme heat of the soil. The striking red, black, yellow, and orange colors are a clear biological signal. Don't touch me if you don't want to suffer. However, these ants don't attack without reason. They only defend their lives when they are bothered. These creatures have been adapting to hostile environments for millions of years, surviving in deserts, plains, and open forests. Some species can run at great speed on the hot sand without burning themselves. The velvet ant reminds us that many times what seems dangerous only seeks to survive, and though its sting is legendary, it is resistance, color, and nature in its purest form. 12. The Harlequin Bug. In the middle of a cotton field under the tropical sun, something small moves among the leaves. It's hard to miss. Its stylized body shines with a pattern as striking as it is unmistakable, black and white stripes, as if it were a circus character lost in nature. It's the Dindymus versicolor, better known as the Harlequin Bug. That black and white acts as a biological signal. I am not easy food. Predators quickly learn that. When threatened, the Harlequin Bug emits a substance with an unpleasant and penetrating odor that scares away even the bravest birds. However, It lives in harmony with the cotton and other plants it feeds on, using its thin beak to pierce the seeds and extract nutrients. It forms colonies, living together on the same plant, sharing food and space. The name Harlequin couldn't be more accurate. It has defense, color, theatrical appearance, and a surprising smell. 13. The lynx spider. Welcome to the world of Oxyops lineatus, the lynx spider. This arachnid doesn't spin webs or wait for its prey to fall. It hunts with the elegance of a snake and the speed of lightning. Its elongated body, thin legs, and the way it glides through the terrain give it a reptilian air. Perhaps the most impressive thing is its eyes. It has 8 eyes, but the 2 frontal ones are especially large and bright, like those of a nocturnal predator. With them, it locates its victims from afar. Its way of moving is unusual, advancing with rapid undulations, stopping abruptly to analyze the environment. This technique allows it to approach its prey stealthily before making a precise, fast, and deadly jump. While its venom is not considered medically significant to humans, it does use venom to paralyze its prey. It prefers open spaces such as prairies, dry areas, and roadsides. It loves the heat of the day when its energy is at its peak. Though ferocious as a hunter, it is generally considered harmless to humans. It is a natural ally in controlling pests. With its piercing gaze, reptilian gait, and refined hunting skills, Oxyops lineatus seems like a masterpiece of evolution designed to surprise and conquer. 14. The stick insect. In the middle of a bush of green leaves or among dry branches, something moves. It looks like just another branch of the bush. Then you blink and discover that piece of plant has legs. Welcome to the world of Timema christini, one of the most fascinating insects for its ability to adapt. The Christina stick insect doesn't need venom, fast legs, or sharp claws to survive. Its best weapon is invisibility, and not as a momentary trick, but as a perfectly evolved way of existing. It can change its color between intense green or olive green, depending on the plant in which it lives, achieving an absolute fusion with its environment. The specimens that didn't blend with the plants were eaten. Those who did survived and transmitted their genes. Within the same population, there are individuals who live in 2 main types of plants, one with white and green leaves and another with thin branches and brown tones. And each has developed the appropriate color and posture to mimic perfectly. When they sense danger, they freeze or lean to one side, imitating the swaying of a branch in the wind. It's a key piece in scientific studies on evolution, where biologists can observe in real time how small genetic variations give rise to measurable changes in the survival of individuals. It is a walking lesson of biology, an example of how nature shapes life according to the environment. Small, silent, apparently fragile, but incredibly effective, the Christina stick insect is already hidden before you even know it exists. 15. The brine shrimp. Not an insect, but we included it for its sheer weirdness. In saline lakes so extreme that they seem like they were taken from another planet, the water shines with pink tones under the sun where life seems impossible. Something small and resistant moves among the salt flats. It is almost transparent and has a single eye in the center of its head, segmented legs that beat as if they were wings, and an elongated tail that gives it the shape of a kite. Welcome to the world of Artemia salina, better known as the brine shrimp. Though not an insect, it has an appearance so bizarre that it could be the base design for any science fiction alien. Its eggs can remain dry for decades, even centuries, without dying and without refrigeration or controlled conditions. They wait inert until they come into contact with water, then begin to develop, and new generations are born ready to dominate their saline environment. These lakes are toxic to almost all other animals. Artemia salina thrives, feeding on microscopic algae and bacteria that are resistant to salt, ensuring its place in one of the most inhospitable ecosystems on Earth. It's a fundamental piece in many ecosystems. Some migratory birds depend exclusively on it to feed during their long journeys, and its eggs are used as food for small fish because they hatch quickly and are highly nutritious. The brine shrimp simply persists through time, dryness, salt, and oblivion, a tiny being with the face of a legend and a survival story worthy of myth. So what did you think? Which of these bizarre insects blew your mind the most? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more incredible nature content, and share it with anyone who needs a dose of the weird and wonderful. Thanks for watching.